Cause then they realized that, oh baby, this bitch worked for the administrative sergeant. Because I moved up in the world, baby. See, baby, sometimes you gotta lose the win. Right. So, baby, so child, a week later, I'm coming from work up top. Baby, the compound is in the uproar, baby. The children scrambling and screaming and ranting and woo, baby. So I said, well, baby, what is going on? What is going on? Because when you work up top, it's kind of like you away from everything. It's kind of like going back to the hood when you go back on the compound, right? And baby, you know it gets, baby, you know it be exciting and festive. So baby, I was ready for me some festivities, but baby, was I ready for the festivities that they bestowed onto me? So I said, well, baby, what is wrong with everybody? They say it's going down today, baby. They finally got her. I said, who, what, when, where, why? Baby, they say Sergeant Marola. I say, what happened? They say, yeah, them two niggas that up two shanks on each other about to stab each other over her. I said, are they stabbing each other over her or what she have to offer them? Ooh, right. You know, because I think some people get it misconstrued on why people be fighting over them. Right. And so they say, you damn right, because you know she used to be bringing in contraband for them. Cell phones, cigarettes, K2, this, that, and the other, weed. So baby, them slap suckers, you know, one they got upset with the other because one was getting more than the other, and baby, they didn't went at each other, baby. So baby, everybody trying to figure out why. Baby, they didn't got to the point, baby, they doing it over her. Baby, the warden and all them, they ran down the lieutenants, baby. Locked all both them slap suckers up, baby. And baby, you know when you put a pig in a cage, baby, they will start squealing. Right. Don't let the motherfuckers fool you, baby. I've seen the best of them squeal. Gang members and all, baby, I'm telling you. So, baby, one of them realized that he was finna get transferred. So, baby, when he realized that he was finna get transferred off the compound, he said, well, baby, I don't have no more use for her now. So, if I'm going, she going too. And, baby, he threw her ass all the way up under the bus. And rolled over her ass, baby. Turned in the love letters, the cell phones, baby. And, baby, gave them everything they needed to know, plus more. So, baby, I'm still walking, baby. The boy feeling me in, baby. Why they come trotting her ass up out of the laundry room? She got her head bowed. But how about she had to walk past me? The walk of shame. Baby, when I tell you, I made sure I walked past the people. And when, baby, we went to brisk past each other, baby, it was three of them following her, baby. Her head was bowed down. She was shamed. I said, ooh, they got her. They got her. And they ain't even have to get her, baby. The universe handled that hoe for me, baby. Yes, baby. Got her right on up out of that, baby. So, after that, I continued to work for Sergeant Diggs. But I had one more mission to handle. And see, I had to handle this. Because Sergeant Thornton said these things to me. And see, you have 30 days to fill out a grievance, okay? And I hadn't reached the 30-day mark yet. It was only 2 weeks. About 2.5 weeks since Sergeant Thornton had said those things to me that still didn't sit right in my spirit. And I don't care where I'm at, I carry myself with respect, and I deserve respect because I have integrity. So, baby, I said, yeah, let me go ahead and seal her deal. So, and then I had an advantage because I was working up top in the administrative building where the grievances are handled. So I didn't even have to drop my grievance in a box in fear of it being intercepted. Right, because a few of them officers, they stick together. And if they see something, a grievance on one of them, baby, they'll get to it first. Sometimes rip it up, it'll never make it to where it need to go. So, baby, I had them, baby, put old nasty pin game on the baby just when she thought she had to got away. See, I couldn't allow Sergeant Thornton to get away with disrespecting me like that because if she got away with that, she would do it to the next trans girl, okay, who came through the system by chance, okay? So, baby, I walked my grievance right up and gave it to Sergeant Diggs, baby, the administrative sergeant. And so she read over, she said, no, she didn't. I said, yes, she did. She said, oh, yeah, because her job isn't here to tell you what she think of you. I say, and only if I could tell her what I think of her, Sergeant Diggs. She said, I said, right. And so, baby, they end up suspending Sergeant Thornton for 2 weeks. And when she came back to the compound, she stayed in her place and stayed in her area and kept her personal views of me to her motherfucking self, okay? And it was just sad that the same thing that they was trying to accuse me of potentially doing on a compound, that's what Sergeant Marola was doing on a compound, right? And yeah, they got rid of the, so that's how I went. Queen Pen Chronicles signing off, people. I'm gonna call you back.